Thank you so much. With this, we are now here for the concluding plenary. So this is such a beautiful moment when कहते हैं ना कि दिल कहता है कि शायद और भी ज़्यादा रुका जाए और भी बातें सुनी जाएं, लेकिन समय की पाबंदी है, तो उसके अकॉर्डिंग वी हैव टू मूव एंड वी हैव टू कीप अप टू दैट टाइमलाइन. So this is the concluding plenary. This is so much emotional moment that we have started yesterday and now today. This is the final concluding plenary of the 7th International Conference. Because till yesterday we were saying that we have completed 6 years. Now today onwards we will say that we have completed 7 years. So let's hear it for Mobius Foundation, my dear friends, please. So in this concluding plenary, we are firstly going to have some presentation and adoption of recommendations. We are going to discuss about that. And these recommendations are going to be presented in front of us from none other than the person who has devoted nearly 50 years of his life in wildlife and nature conservation. I'm talking about Dr. Iraj Bharucha, the director of Beware Pune, and I would like to invite him over here on the stage with your round of applause. Let's have thunderous claps for Dr. Iraj Bharucha. I request you, sir, to please come on the stage. Dr. Iraj Bharucha. Sir is not here yet. I would request my team if we can coordinate with sir and invite him over here, because now is the time for this concluding plenary. I would also like to invite on stage Dr. Ruchi Sachin. She is the assistant professor at Miranda House, New Delhi. Please put your hands together for her. I request Dr. Ruchi Sachin. I think, yeah, both of the dignitaries are over there. So we'll just wait for a few minutes for them to join us. Until that time, I hope we are having our dais also prepared for them. Maybe that's why, yeah. The recommendation committee meeting is going on and they have to complete that meeting. Only after that they can present their recommendations over here at the stage. So they have actually done quite a brainstorming, and all the committee members of the recommendation committee have really worked hard, and they have brought out some highlight points that what are the things, what are the key takeaways of this international conference, which is the 7th in its own. So the recommendation of the 7th International Conference on Sustainability Education are going to be presented on the stage now. And for that, we'll be having Dr. Iraj Bharucha and Dr. Ruchi Sachin as well. So I hope as soon as their recommendation committee meeting is over, then they'll be coming, because it's the parallel session which is going on. And we are really very much thankful to all the delegates that you have been really participative, that both our sessions have been going houseful, and all of them have been really making it interactive. So we are thankful to all the delegates for this. Let me please share with you that in this concluding plenary, we would also be having some of our dignitaries joining with us online, and they would also be presenting some closing statements, and these are the thought leaders and our partners who would be associating with us, and they'll be joining us soon online. But before that, to start with, yeah, we have with us Ms. Karima Kadoi. Yeah, she has joined us online. So may we have a round of applause for her. She is the member of the Club of Rome and co-founder and executive, President Tamkin Foundation for Human Development, Morocco. And I must tell you that there had been some flight issues or so. That is why she couldn't be here. Otherwise, yesterday she was supposed to be here. And ma'am, we are really missing you. And thank you so much for joining us online. Could you please unmute yourself? We are not able to hear you. Yeah.
Sorry. I said thank you so much for such a warm welcome. I'm so sorry I'm not with you in person. I'm sure it was an extraordinary experience. Reflecting together from different experiences the very, very important question of sustainability and how does that look like in our education systems across the world. So I'm truly honored to be here with you. Well, I will start with namaste and salam and greetings from the heart, from the warmth of my heart. I was on my way here, and I met a young fellow African, an Ethiopian, and she asked me, "What are you going to be doing?" And I said, "I've been honored and invited to this very important conference in India." And she said, "What is it about?" And I said, "It's about sustainability and education." And she said, "But what does it mean?" And when I explained and tried to explain, she looked at me very troubled and she says, "I'm not sure I understand." So I said, "Listen, I'm going to share with you an experience that I experienced with the Ministry of Education in Morocco, at the level of the academies, the regional academies, the regional education system, the provincial education system, and the different schools in the villages and in the neighborhoods. Also in the faculties. I said, this is an experience and I want to share it with you because here I'm invoking imagination. I'm invoking imagination and I'm also invoking the heart and the mind. So when I facilitate a workshop at the different levels and scales of the education system and beyond, the education ecosystem, there is a group, like today, we are all sitting together in this conference. And I asked to the group, after they introduce each other, I asked to the group, now we're going to separate. This ecosystem that is present, we're going to separate in three groups. Each group has a mission. And they look at each other, and I said, and you will not be able to share your mission with the other groups. And when you are realizing your mission, you will not be able to speak. So I go to the first group. And I say, your mission, you see those chairs, those 12 chairs over there, randomly placed? Your mission is to organize those chairs in a circle. They are puzzled. Only that? I say, only that. And I said, what about the other groups? Their mission concerns those chairs also. Something happens at that moment. You would guess it. Competition. I don't say anything. They just immediately start imagining that they are going to have to compete with the other group. The second group, I say the same thing, and their mission is to make sure that all the chairs are turned upside down, and the third group, their mission is to organize their chairs in pairs. Invariably, when we experience this shared moment, invariably, we see fights. People start pulling the chairs, and that may be at the level of cabinet of ministries, or at the level of schools or even of villages. People start pulling chairs, people start, some get disheartened and let go, look, helpless. Others grab the chairs and start running away with the chairs. But if in the instruction I add something else, and this is very important, if in the instruction I say, yes, you have a mission, but you're also entrusted with the harmony of your ecosystem. You are one group within a global ecosystem. And that entrustment, in Arabic, amana, I think, and in Sanskrit, dharma, that amana, that entrustment is to preserve, to sustain the harmony of the ecosystem. Now, when I say that, invariably, when the groups start trying to realize their missions and they see that conflict starts and they get puzzled, but something happens, they stop, they look around, they try to observe. They know that every member of that role of that ecosystem has been entrusted by the harmony, to sustain the harmony of the ecosystem. At that moment emerges a solution that no one has previously thought about. They start moving the chairs, and then they organize them in a circle, they turn them around, and they organize them in pairs. It was possible. But it was possible because we stopped competing. It was possible because we trusted that we are all entrusted with the same amana, the same dharma, the same entrustment of sustaining the harmony of a shared ecosystem. Every group, every time, new forms, new shapes emerge. No one knew what would emerge. But everyone trusted that what would emerge would behold that essence of life, of harmony, of sustaining harmony. This is very important, because when we talk about education and when we reflect what are the jobs, we cannot today, no matter what, imagine what type of jobs will be in the future. We might have policies, climate policies, finance, climate finance, different instruments. All this may very well just keep a status quo. A status quo is not sustainability. What we need is something much deeper, something that talks to our shared humanity, something we all behold, a beauty. And in that moment, we can delight together as humanity to see new models of governance emerge, to see new models of education emerge, to see new models of economy, of industry emerge, new models of how do we relate to ourselves without destroying ourselves. How do we relate to nature without destroying nature? How do we relate to the whole that we behold in beyond our conscious grasp? So we might teach our children from kindergarten to higher education to look for the beauty there is there in our systems, to look at the beauty there is in our communities, to look for the beauty there is in themselves. And maybe if we strive to look for beauty, we realize beauty. Maybe one day we will realize that we're no longer destroying the very ecosystem and ecosphere that sustains life, that we are destroying ourselves.
Hello. Yeah, Ms. Karima, I would like to request you that we are actually running against the time. So
yes,
that is why I'll request you to kindly conclude now. Yeah, please.
No, I have stopped. I have stopped right now. And I thank you.
That's wonderful. So let's have a round of applause for Ms. Karima. Thank you so much. So these were the closing statements from Ms. Karima. And as I was telling you that we have got our dignitaries who are going to present the recommendations, the adoption of recommendations to all of us. So please join me in welcoming on the stage the director of Be There Pune, Dr. Iraj Barucha. I invite him on the stage. Please put your hands together for him. And also, I request Dr. Ruchi Sachan, Assistant Professor, Miranda House, New Delhi, to please join us over here on this stage. Please put your hands together for them, because it's really hard work. It's really, I would say, a real brainstorming work goes on when we work on the adoption of the recommendations of any international conference. And yes, both of them were actually doing that when I announced their name earlier, and now they are here. So now I would like to hand it over to you. So Dr. Iraj, firstly, I'll request you to kindly present your recommendations. think it's from the podium, so someone from the technical team may come and handle this.
Well, this didn't happen throughout the 2 days, so I guess it's happened now. Okay, that functions.
Use this? You can use this podium.
Okay, can you hear me now? Right, I think it's been an incredible 2 days. And despite the hub that you hear, which is about technology, we need to understand that I think the biggest takeaway has been that we have a long way to go. And we have very little time to go there. So how are we going to do this? What are we going to make it possible for us to do this? How will we build capacity to do it? So these are the different things that we perhaps need to look at and say how we do this. So I would ask you to please come and present what we've worked on for the last 2 days. I think what we have tried to do is bring in things which we can do, and perhaps what we need to do further as well. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Ruchi, and I'll be presenting to you the recommendations for ICSE 2025. And firstly, I would like to thank the entire recommendations committee for the extremely important brainstorming work that we did over the past 2 days, especially Dr. Bharuch and Dr. Yadav, who were my chair and co-chair. To begin with, the first recommendation that we would like to make is on the policy governance in green finance, where we talk about advocating for sophisticated budgetary planning that prioritizes green investment, strengthening governance mechanisms for sustainability through improved monitoring and evaluation frameworks, transparency and accountability. Second, from vision to action also was the theme of one of the sessions that we had, lifestyle and behavioral change, mainstreaming sustainability in education in everyday life by encouraging decarbonized lifestyles, educational campaigns that empower individuals and communities to adopt sustainable consumption, mobility, energy practices, and actually supporting mission life. Third, capacity building of educators. Invest in continuous professional development of teachers, trainers, and educators so they can act as inspirational role models in sustainability education. Incorporating sustainability modules into teacher training institutes should also be prioritized. Green skills and just transition. Reorient the vocational training and higher education to equip students with green skills while ensuring intergenerational transmission of traditional knowledge. This just transition must also provide equitable access to green jobs for marginalized and vulnerable communities. Integrating experiential and field-based learning. We should move beyond the traditional pedagogy by emphasizing on learning by doing. This should include design-based thinking, immersive problem solving, and field-based exposure to sustainability practices, fostering creativity, empathy, and complex systems thinking amongst the learners. Sixth, institutional development for green education. Encourage bio-designing of green infrastructure and creation of green campuses. The educational institution should integrate science with society through nature, culture, and geocultural mapping, ensuring that campuses become living laboratories of sustainability. Seventh, expanding climate and sustainability literacy. Broaden the definition of climate literacy to include practical skills, socio-cultural dimensions, and the ability to link sustainability education with green jobs. This should be embedded across all levels of education and disciplines and aligned with SDG 4 and the NEP 2020. Eighth, the very important need for nature-based solutions for climate adaptation, biodiversity loss, and water management. Ninth, as we all know, youth as central architects of change, empowering youth as leaders, entrepreneurs, and innovators Platforms like Youth for Earth Enclave should be expanded to provide mentorship, seed funding, and policy dialogues where youth co-create sustainable solutions and careers. 10th, gender justice, another very important component where we see women are crucial to sustainability education and greening at all levels for every green initiative and action. 11, investment in R&D and workforce development, increasing investment in research, development and skill building programs for the blue-green workforce by 2030, linking education with green job creation. Strategies, for example, renewable energy targets could directly generate millions of jobs, particularly in countries like India in the global south. 12th, market transformation towards sustainable products. Use public procurement and incentives to create demand for sustainable goods and services. Governments and institutions should lead by example, mainstreaming eco-friendly procurement to nudge markets toward greener production. 13th, we can't ignore the benevolence, I should say, of AI. So harnessing AI technology and innovation for sustainability, leverage AI and digital technologies to drive circular economy models, recycling and reuse solutions. We should promote innovation hubs and incubators within universities and vocational institutions to generate green technologies and startups. 14, sustainable tourism and local green ambassadors. Promote sustainable tourism by creating local green ambassadors who can champion ecotourism, cultural heritage preservation, and biodiversity-friendly practices. Recognizing, just a last minute, recognizing local champions to foster value creation and community resilience. 15th, one of the most important discussed points for the past 2 days, population stabilization and human development. Recognize population stabilization as an enabler for sustainable livelihoods and green employment. 16th, collaborative partnerships across sectors. We should build strong partnerships among industries, government CSOs, academia, international organizations, and local communities to enable capacity building, research, and alignment of national education policies with global sustainability commitments. Ending on a very positive note, 17, promote India as a global champion for sustainability by leveraging its diverse ecosystem, rich cultural heritage, and rapid economic growth. Thank you. I would, before I ask the House to adopt the recommendations, I would just, as a cherry on top from the recommendations committee, we also have a recommendation for further conferences where we should talk about interlinking climate change and biodiversity losses, which is also an important issue when we talk about sustainability. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was really engaging. And now I would like to invite Dr. Ram Bhuj, Advisor, Mobius Foundation, on the stage to felicitate Dr. Ruchi Sachin. So may we please have a round of applause for both the dignitaries. They have really worked hard to come up with these recommendations and now shared it with us. And since we had already acknowledged Dr. Iraj Barucha, Dr. Ruchi Sachin should be acknowledged over here. And sir, please join in. You can join in for the photo op. I request you, sir, please join in for the photo op. With this, I would like to invite all the recommendation committee members on the stage. So I request you, please come on the stage. We would like to acknowledge you as well. All the members of recommendation committee, I request you, please be here on the stage with us.
I've already got one.
So let's have a round of applause for all these committee members. And I'll request Dr. Ram Bhuj to quickly felicitate all these committee members of the recommendation committee. Okay, the first name I couldn't read, maybe Professor. Yeah, Professor Sarisa. May we please have a round of applause for him for his acknowledgement. Dr. P.K. Biswas. Here is the acknowledgement for you. Thank you so much for being in the recommendation committee. Professor Rupinder Oberoi. Not here. we may have the next committee member to be acknowledged. Dr. Abdesh Gangwar, sir is here.
Good job.
You all have done quite a job to make this recommendation done. Dr. Deepthi Rai. Dr. Suraj Tripathi. He's not here. So 2 more mementos are there if the dignitaries are here. Miss Nidhi Ralhan. Not here. And Dr. Divya Agrawal. Yeah, but we can actually clap for them because they all have done wonderful job. Please, let's hear it for them. The recommendation committee. Thank you so much.
She has already got.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Let's have a photo together. A picture to be captured.
I should also hold this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
रुचि बहुत बहुत थैंक यू आपको बहुत अच्छा
So now this is the time for the closing statements, and now I would like to invite Dr. Kiran Bhujan, the Director of Ministry of Tertiary Education and Scientific Research, Government of Mauritius, to please come over here and give over her closing statements. Please put your hands together for her, Dr. Kiran Bhujan. Oh, sir, Dr. Kiran Bhujan is here, I hope. Dr. Kiran Bhujan? Not here now. Okay, so may I please request Mr. Aditya Pundi, the Director of Climate Reality Project India and South Asia, to please come on this stage for the closing statements. Let's hear it for him.
How much, 2 minutes?
Yes, sir.
It just feels like it was yesterday. It's such a fantastic conference we have. I think we should really be thankful to Mobius for organizing it every year since 2019. It's a great place where we all come together and we talk about various aspects of sustainability, we talk about education. And the whole idea actually behind this conference has been that let's get people together, let them network with each other, let them talk about different things. What is happening in this room is only half the story. Half the story is happening outside, where people are talking to each other, building up relationships. Probably they're going to talk to each other and take it forward. So I think it was greatly successful, the event this time. I think I will say in 2019, we had a very fantastic event when Mr. Burman started the whole campaign for bringing sustainability into the common space. Like in India, we had no conference like this, or even I would say in South Asia, there was no conference like this. And I think this conference has been a brilliant conference with a lot of good things coming out. And I think the recommendations were fantastic. And I think we should all go through them. And I will not take more time because we are running short of time. So I will only leave you with one more thought before, which is probably something which we could not discuss in detail out here, which is going to have a very big implication in coming days. And that is that the political environment has changed very fast globally. Like if you see what has happened after the Ukraine invasion in 2022, now with Mr. Trump coming in America, the global political climate has totally changed. And now Europe is, as you all know, increasing its defense spending to 5%. And all the money which was probably earmarked for climate change, sustainability work, we are expecting a lot of that money will be probably sucked away from sustainability and education work into war machineries around the world. Not only in Europe, probably around the world, the way the situation looks like. So I think our work is going to get a little more difficult. So, but I don't think so you should lose heart. It is something which may come, may go. But if we are on the right path, I think it's good for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And now for the concluding remarks, I would like to invite on the stage the President of Mobius Foundation, Shri Praveen Garg. Please put your hands together for him. I request you, sir, please come on the podium, address the gathering, and present your concluding remarks. Let's have a round of applause for him.
Many others are also there. Yes, sir. There are two more people. Yeah. So I won't take much of time as all the good things come to an end. So this conference, wonderful and highly intellectually stimulating conference is coming to an end. I would like to thank, and in fact, I would say like our Vish Patame, Mr. Burman, Mr. Pradeep Burman, and second Vish Patame, which I notice here is Dr. Eric Marucha, then Dr. Rajinder Singh, whose presence throughout and his practical experience and the way he has worked in the field, and so many delegates who have come from outside, international delegates. I am not able to take all the names here. The Mobius team. So they've all worked day and night for last 15 days, and they put up a very wonderful and a very great show here, and the discussions were really of the higher level. I'm seeing the improvement in every event. Every year there's an improvement. This year also there was an improvement. Recommendations are pretty good, which have been done. And I think we'll little refine them so that for any policy maker, it's easier to tweak the policy. Otherwise, it becomes little generalized. But suppose for life mission, he has to tweak something. There's already policy. So one has to study that and see what is to be tweaked. So that is, but I appreciate the work of Dr. Barucha and his team in making recommendations. And, you know, when I joined Mobius Foundation, recommendations being taking 2 to 3 months to be framed. Now, before the conference is over, you have the recommendations in your hand. So that's a big change which has happened. And thanks to people like Dr. Barucha, who has done it. And he's like Doyen, and yesterday, we also released his encyclopedia of 2 books. I have never seen that kind of work. That's a lifetime work. And if not, I don't know already about Padam Shri or Bharat Ratan or not, but that kind of work. And you will be also surprised that he's a surgeon. Many of you won't know that he's a medical surgeon. And I asked him, you stopped operating? He says, no, only 2 years back. Otherwise, he was operating, he's teaching environment education. His books are being read all over. I would again thank Mr. Burman for organizing, and I must appreciate his patience, stamina to sit through all the sessions and intently listening to them, making points, and learning every day, every second. So, and I would also like to thank the participants who attended it. I firmly believe that there would be increase in knowledge, and as they say now, that knowledge is the new capital. It's a wealth. Knowledge is wealth. Whosoever has the knowledge, he's a wealthy man. He's a wealthy person. So wealth. So I hope that participants, especially the students from different colleges, would have learned a lot, and they will be using it. And in fact, future belongs to them. As yesterday there was a fireside chat on a documentary which we are making. So it is a future of the youngsters which is at stake. We are older generation, will pass away, it's a matter of time. but you have to live for maybe, and as the medical science is advancing, I think the people are going to live to 100 years of age. So the future is in your hand, and these discussions have been very fruitful. I thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for attending it and actively participating in it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. And now, please join me in welcoming on the stage the chairman of Mobius Foundation, Shri Pradeep Burman, sir, for presenting the concluding remarks. Please put your hands together for him.
Thank you. A very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that these 2 days have opened up for the youth that there are green jobs available and there are new jobs and they have an opportunity to do something different, to do something to save the planet, and to do something other than being engineer or doctor or an accountant. I hope this has achieved at least that much. Over the past 2 days, we have witnessed a truly remarkable exchange of ideas. The discussions ranged from innovative models of sustainability education, the future of green entrepreneurship, skill development for youth, to pathways to climate action. Each session added a new layer to our collective understanding of how education can shape green jobs and sustainable future. This year's theme, Sustainable Education for Green Jobs, was not just about employment. It was about building a future where our children don't have to wonder, how did people breathe without trees? We debated, we agreed and disagreed, but what stood out as a shared realization, the clock is ticking. And time has come to act now. And let's be clear, whatever efforts we made are not about saving the planet. The planet will survive. It has been here to billions of years, and it will be we humans who need to worry about our survival. So the fight is not first for the Earth's future, but for our future and the generations to come. I'm happy that this conference has also reflected our values in action. We have strived to make this a carbon neutral and independent agencies also measuring our carbon footprint. We also launched the ICSE app, reducing the need for printing and saving paper, while making this platform more convenient, modern, and eco-friendly. On behalf of Mobius Foundation, I thank each one of you, participants, speakers, partners, organizers, and the entire audience that has come to make this a whole success, for bringing your energy and commitment to sustainability. Let us carry this momentum forward and look forward to welcoming you again at the ICSE with more solutions and stronger partnerships. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. And now we have the address by our chief guest, and let me please share with you that he is the man who is known as the Waterman of India. He is also the president of People's World Commission on Drought and Flood. Please put your hands together for Dr. Rajendra Singh. We welcome you, sir, to this conference, and we all are really excited to hear your address. Let's have it. Huge round of applause for Dr. Rajendra.
भाई, सबसे पहले तो मैं आप सबको बधाई देना चाहता हूं कि आपने 2 दिन बैठकर हमारे कॉमन फ्यूचर को बेहतर बनाने के सपने इस हॉल में देखे। और साथ ही में मैं प्रेयर करना चाहता हूं नेचर को, प्रकृति को, कि आप सब 100 साल से ज्यादा जिए, पर 100 साल से ज्यादा जीने में आपका जो पैशन है और आपका जो एक्शन है वो बरकरार बना रहे। जब आपका पैशन और एक्शन बरकरार रहता है तो आपकी खुशियां, आपकी हैप्पीनेस आपके साथ रहती है। और अंत में मैं फिर भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूं कि बर्मन साहब जो हैं वो अपनी आंखों के सामने एजुकेशन की सस्टेनेबिलिटी का जो प्रयोग है उसको देखने से पहले इस धरती से ना जाएं। वो इस धरती पर बरकरार रहें तब तक जब तक हम एजुकेशन में सस्टेनेबिलिटी को रियली अपनी आंखों से कारगर होते हुए ना देखें। मेरी भगवान से फिर प्रार्थना है कि ऐसे लोगों को ज्यादा समय तक जीना चाहिए और ज्यादा समय तक ऐसे प्रयोग बरकरार रखने की जरूरत है, क्योंकि हम लोग सब, ज्यादातर लोग डर जाते हैं कि भाई इसमें क्या होगा, कैसे ये सस्टेनेबिलिटी होगी। हम लोग तो ज्यादातर कमाई के काम में लगे हैं, गंगा को माँ कहते हैं और माई से कमाई करते हैं, कमाई के रास्ते ढूंढते रहते हैं, तो फिर सस्टेनेबिलिटी कहां से आएगी। पर बर्मन साहब ने ये जो बीड़ा उठाया है, मैं भी आपके साथ हूं। और मैंने तो पिछले 50 सालों में केवल ग्रीन जॉब का ही काम किया। जब अरावली में 28,000 खदानें चल रही थी तब सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाके उनको बंद कराया और उसमें जो लोग बेरोजगार हुए थे उन सबको पानी के काम में लगाया। ये पानी का काम ग्रीन जॉब का काम है। ये मिट्टी को संभालने का काम, पेड़ पौधों को बढ़ाने का काम ग्रीन जॉब का काम है। और ये ग्रीन जॉब इस देश में, भारत में सबसे ज्यादा पोटेंशियल है। मुझे लगता है कि हमारी एजुकेशन यदि पानी, धरती, हवा, आकाश और सूरज के चारों तरफ घूमने लगेगी तो हमारी चारों तरफ ग्रीन जॉब आ जाएंगी। हमें बैक टू बेसिक्स पर जाना पड़ेगा। और हमारे जो बैक टू बेसिक्स है, ये 5 ही बेसिक्स हैं। इन 5 को यदि हम अपनी शिक्षा में ठीक से शामिल कर लें तो हम पक्की गारंटी से कहते हैं कि हमारी जो सिस्टम है एजुकेशन का, वो इंडिजिनस नॉलेज सिस्टम की तरफ मूव होगा और हम एजुकेशन की सस्टेनेबिलिटी अपनी आंखों से देख सकेंगे। धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
Thank you so much, sir. And you have rightly mentioned that it's very important that whatever work we are doing, we have to get into action. क्योंकि वो सही बात है कि हम सभी लोग रुपया पैसा कमाने में लगे हैं, पर एक बात याद रखनी चाहिए कि लाख कमा लो रुपया पैसा, लाख कमा लो हीरे मोती। लाख कमा लो रुपया पैसा, लाख कमा लो हीरे मोती, लेकिन एक बात याद रखना कि कफन में जेब नहीं होती। So this is very important that whatever we are learning and whatever we are doing, our acts, our deeds should be just given in the service of this land. Because when we are doing this society is actually going to be a better place for all of us to live. And as we conclude this pivotal conference, I would really like to say that let's just take this energy and the ideas which are sparked over here on this stage of 7th ICSE beyond these walls, and let's get committed to the let's get committed to the thing that we all are going to nurture a new scale of generation which is going to be a global citizen, and that can actually happen with the sustainability education. So with this, I would like to invite over here for the vote of thanks the advisor of Mobius Foundation, and yes, he is the ICSE convener, Dr. Ram Bhuj. So please put your hands together for him. I invite you over here on the stage, sir. You had been working really hard to make this conference the successful one, and yes, we can see the success in the eyes of each and every delegate and the happiness in the faces. Let's have a huge round of applause for Dr. Ram Bhuj.
Thank you so much, Bhavana and Shilpa. Really, indeed, it's a great sense of satisfaction, relief, and what we talked began with hope and peace. So really, our entire team, not only the ICSE Secretariat, which we have just 4 people, but the entire Mobius team and many other partners, we have been working very hard. Behind the scenes, there are plenty of energy, enthusiasm and passion that you must have witnessed this in this conference. And I'm very happy that I was thinking I will have to conclude in 2-3 minutes, but I have plenty of time to share a few of my feelings. हमारे जल पुरुष वाटरमैन राजेंद्र सिंह ने मैं थोड़ा सा इनको मैंने आगाह किया था कि आप बहुत ज़्यादा न बोल दें, तो इन्होंने कहा कितना है टाइम, तो मैंने कहा 3 to 5 minutes. I thought कि he will maybe, means he has the liberty, being such a stalwart, he would take at least 10 to 15 minutes. लेकिन इन्होंने गागर में सागर जैसा ये काम करते हैं वो भर दिया, और जो essence है, crux of this conference, green jobs, and he very succinctly narrated that green job starts with nature. We talked about nature-based solutions. And in fact, when I am an ecology student, and many of you who are pursuing this course, there is this ecosystem services. And that ecosystem concept was brought in the 18th century, early 18th and 19th century by Ernst Haeckel and later on by Carl Mobius, on which name Mobius Foundation is. Of course, there is another Mobius who invented the Mobius strip. So there is connection with this ecosystem services, and these are ecosystem services, these all are green jobs. But one common thread that I heard across this sessions, that was finally every job has to be green job. And I think that is what, because if we want to mainstream sustainability into livelihood, enterprises, employment, entrepreneurship, every endeavor of life, it has to be sustainable for the saving the planet. Number one. The other thing, there was a talk, and our MC very nicely summed up the global citizenship. In fact, when I was with the United Nations system, United Nations give three objectives of education, the education that was on which basis UN agencies have been working. Number one was education for all. Every child must get educated. Number two was improving quality of education. And we consider that environment education, or educating about environment and sustainability, is the quality education. If you want good education to become good, a quality education, it has to be based on sustainability. And all the solutions, we talk about nature-based solution, but I think as educator we must pursue education-based solutions, because every solution, whatever challenges we have, lies into the education. The third point I would like to say is about the global citizenship. Education, universal education for all, quality education, and then global citizenship education. And if this kind of education, there is a lot of manuals, lot of methodologies how this could be inculcated. I think for the world peace, because we talk about planetary crisis, one of the crises is about the peace. And I think global citizenship education is the way we must go on for building a better world. We began that, I think, you all people, I think when we start acknowledging the role that has been since its inception in 2019, this journey, sustainability education journey, has really been a transformational learning, transformative learning. Of course, we talk about, Mr. Garg just mentioned about the recommendations each year. In fact, when he joined us, he insisted that we must come out with very concrete recommendations for policymakers, for educators, for industry, for various target groups. And we are thankful to great Dr. Bharucha, who put in his, and Professor Yadua and his entire dozen people have been involved along with Dr. Ruchi Sachan, and they have really come out. But in fact, as educator, we always think that any prescriptive recommendation or do this, do that, is our education policy has finally come up that if you want to develop the kind of what we call as skills, and that to critical thinking, problem solving, and innovativeness, we lack. India is much behind in innovation. I was talking about grassroots innovations, and people like Dr. Rajendra Singh is really grassroots innovations. Many innovative things are happening, but somehow this critical thinking, innovation skills is lacking in our educational institutions, because the world today, if you want to develop, you have to have an ecosystem of innovation. So that's why this conference has become a transformative agent in many ways. And this is really through the unwavering support of our dedicated team, partners, esteemed delegates, learners, speakers, panelists. So each year, through different focal themes, we try to bring innovation, sustainability samvad, that is, of course, in a very limited way we are organizing, but these are very vibrant. Apart from the sessions, we introduced
lightening talks, very brief talk by some influencers. We will refine it further. Youth for Earth Awards. I think that was the highlight, along with the Mobius Young Climate Leaders from Northeast. You just had a glimpse. We had very little time, but in that little time, how brilliantly they just came on the stage. Their leader just spoke a few words, but that is very innovative experiment. Along with all the Youth for Earth awardees, we had some 300 registration for the Youth for Earth, and some 70 projects were selected. And it was really, the jury has a very tough time. Finally, we had to select only 10 in 5 junior, 5 senior category. So these were some of the highlights. We also had a youth, the sustainability, the skills training session, 2-hour session, very ably coordinated by our colleague, Ms. Priyanka Sharma. She must be here somewhere. And that was also very, very lively, very vibrant session. I am not going to, because there are a lot of sessions that has brought new ideas, new thinking, new lights on green jobs, green skills, and future of work, what kind of future of work is going to happen. So I think another very new innovation our president mentioned about is carbon neutrality. And for the first time we introduced this, and we are hopeful. This is also this area of analyzing carbon neutrality or related aspects. A new venture startup, they have come up, and they will buy all the carbon, the credit also, because naturally there will be some negative this carbon footprint, but they have offered to buy also. So it's a third agency, we thought, and these kind of ventures, I was talking to the gentleman who is doing this, and he said there are a lot of opportunity in this area. With these few words, once again, I would like to, from all of you, on behalf of everyone here, the credit for this incredible journey of ICSE and this event goes to Mr. Pradeep Burman, Chairman, Mobius Foundation. Please give a big hand to him. I do appreciate our waterman. इनको ऋषि भी कहते हैं. एक कॉन्फ्रेंस में I heard that ऋषि की उपाधि, इनका आशीर्वाद तो छोटे बड़े सबके लिए, and we all pray Mr. Burman a long and cherished life for the sake of environment, because whatever we are talking about, hope, this peace, prosperity, all those planet, so this is all because of him. And along with him, Mr. Praveen Garg, President Mobius Foundation, he has been a strength pillar of support throughout, and many of the new features that you see, and particularly involvement of the policy makers, he has brought many through his efforts, and including this beautiful piece of message from our Honorable Environment and Forest Minister in the inaugural session, and there were many such. Our former Director General, International Solar Alliance, Tripathi ji, Director General, International Big Cat Alliance, these are two big alliances, so it's the Director General, Dr. S.P. Yadav. So they all really brought much, not only I would say the expertise, but a kind of glamour to this event. There have been many highlights and many personalities. You just heard Karima, of course, she could not join in person, but her brief messages were very succinct. Of course, this gives us a broader global dimension. We had many vice chancellors, at least 3, 4 I know, delegates from many countries. So I thank all of them, but specifically I would like you all to give a big hand, very, very big hand to ICSE Secretariat team. I would request them to stand up. Bana Jyotsana Barua, Bhagyashri Kesavani, Aryan. This is the core team. Along with there is Vijeta, all the operations support, Nidhi Singh, media support, Prakash, Neeru, and they all were the technical staff. Of course, Priyanka Sharma, the head of the projects, Dr. Shukla, they all, day and night I would say, particularly since last 15 days, the sleep has gone away. I will sleep very nicely tonight. And we will have a group photograph with our entire team. And I have a few other names that is Dr. Tabassum Jamal, because many rooms that we got here in the Habitat Center, India International Center, because of her support, Dr. Shailaja, Dr. B.C. Sabat. I think there are some other names. किसको? हाँ नहीं भूलेंगे नहीं शिल्पा को नहीं भूलेंगे. And the venue we got through the support of Population Foundation of India, because they are one of the institutional members and they get very subsidized rates. So we are so thankful to them. And I was reminded not to forget Shilpa Bhavna, our MC, and along with her, her guru, his name is something, but everybody calls him Sahib Ji. So I was specifically reminded to felicitate them. May I request Mr. Berman and Mr. Garg to felicitate them? Yeah, after that we will all have a group photograph. And also request, meanwhile, all the Mobius team to come up. And please give a big hand to Mobius team भी आ जाए for a group photograph.
All Mobius team, please come over. With this, we thank you all, and as we are on the stage, so क्योंकि मेरे गुरुजी यहाँ पर मंच पर हैं और कहा जाता है कि जब आपके गुरु आपके सामने हो, so every achievement that you have got, it doesn't belong to you, it belongs to your गुरुजी. तो अभी गर्ग साहब मेरे से कह रहे थे कि आपके गुरुजी यहाँ पर आए हैं, so I know कि जितने भी शेर आप बोल रही हैं उन्हीं से सीखे हैं आपने. So I would like to say, sir, you are quite dot right on that. और मैं ज़रूर एक बात कहना चाहूँगी, एक शेर हमारे साहिब जी को बहुत पसंद है, तो मैं अगर आप कहें तो आप सभी को सुनाना चाहूँगी. हम लोग अक्सर जब भी कोई काम करते हैं तो हम लोग पहले दूसरे पर उंगली उठाते हैं कि उनकी वजह से मैं नहीं कर पाया, लेकिन हमें ये याद रखना चाहिए दैट वॉट एवर वी आर डूइंग वी आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर आवर ओन एक्ट्स. तो इस पर गालिब ने एक शेर कहा है कि उम्र भर गालिब ये भूल करता रहा. आई वुड लाइक टू हैव योर अटेंशन प्लीज. उम्र भर गालिब ये भूल करता रहा, धूल चेहरे पे थी और आईना साफ करता रहा. So whatever deeds we are doing, firstly we need to see inside what we are doing. Only then we have the right to just point a finger toward anyone else. Thank you so much. And this is Mobius Foundation team. Let's have a huge round of applause for them. And if I'll get a second, I would also like to join this picture because this is a group photograph of all of us. Sir, may I please join? Yeah, I'll also join you. At Silver Oak, sir, or Charminar?
चारमीनार में बारिश तो नहीं हो रही है?
नहीं, अब नहीं हो रही, sir. With this, I thank you all and I invite you for the cocktail dinner that is organized at Charminar. So please do join us over there. This is Shilpa Bhavna.